get Danton Lynn, son of Anthony Lynn, former NFL head coach, played at Penn State. He played when I was in school, good corner.
Yeah.
So,
But we can't.
Yeah. So, Brett, overall, who do you think we get? I knew Danton Lynn would get at least an interview. He deserves that.
He got one, yeah.
Yeah. So, who do you think we're getting here? I like Dan Connor. Jordan Hill's in the running. I do like Dan Connor, though. I think he would be a good mind.
I think.
But I just hope he wouldn't have like a scrap defense,
Yeah, I think Dan Connor, he's going to have to start as a linebacker coach, and it's too soon, personally.
Yeah. They could bring him, but his defense was too basic, so.
It was too basic, yeah. So at this point, from what it's looking like, is it's probably Anthony Poindexter's job to lose. He's already the co-defensive coordinator. He's worked under Manny Diaz and Tom Allen, so I think he has enough experience to take us to have a solid defense. I'm a little worried by it if that's what happens, just because we haven't seen him really call plays with us. So, and he was a defensive coordinator at UConn, which is not the same level, and he didn't call the plays there, from what I heard. So, it'd be a big step for him. Can he do it? Yeah, I think he can do it, but it's a wait and see type of thing. If we hire Anthony Poindexter, I think we were going to interview Brown safety coach Ephraim Banda. I think is his name, Ephraim Banda. He actually coached with Manny Diaz at Miami, so obviously he has a lot of experience. He's working in the NFL right now, so he's been a defensive coordinator at a couple different stops. So Ephraim Banda could be in the running. They were looking at Brian Haynes from Indiana, but Brian Haynes just signed a contract extension a couple weeks ago for 3 years, and Danton Lynn signed an extension as well. So it's just a really bad time to get a coordinator because all these coaches are signing extensions, and who can you really poach? Who can you pull? You can't get a Jim Knowles from Ohio State. You can't get with Al Golden from Notre Dame. He's about to play for a natty. It's going to be really hard to get these guys. They're both playing for natties. So, to be honest with you, I don't really have any more updates on that. It's kind of, I've been waiting for it to be posted because I know they're trying to move quickly and they want to get somebody in there as soon as possible. You know how Penn State works. If somebody moves on, they get somebody in there very quickly. So I'd be very surprised if we don't hear anything by Wednesday. You know what I mean? This week we'll hear something. We're definitely going to get somebody. So
I think the only way Poindexter gets it is if they don't find someone else. I don't think he'll get it, even though he's a good candidate. I don't think Jim Knowles comes because he's at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Danton Lynn, like you said, what's the word? Geography.
Yeah, from Calais to
PA. Al Golden, I can see him coming here. He's a Penn State guy. Dan Connor. I think it's going to be between Dan Connor, the head coach from UMass, and then Al Golden, DC, Notre Dame. I think it comes down to those guys for me. I think that's who it could come down to.
I don't think Dan Connor's in the talks at all about it. I just don't. I think it's too early for that. From what I've seen.
But, just because I don't know if we find anyone else who would be better, maybe Poindexter, but I don't think he's going to get it yet. But I think for example, man, Bill Belichick, even though, I thought that maybe they could have gotten him. People thought I was crazy when I said that. And then he gets hired at college in a college program. I guess I'm not that crazy. So overall, man, it's going to come down to some good candidates, but maybe Poindexter does get it. I don't know. But I do think they go after Al Golden pretty heavy. But if he wins the national title, he's not leaving. He could leave if they don't. If they get blown out, maybe he does come to Penn State. And I just think he would be a better fit at Penn State. So
it'll be too late, though, because of the way the Natties on Monday, they're going to try to hire somebody they want somebody right now. You know what I mean? And I haven't heard any news that they're going after Al Golden. So I don't know. Maybe Franklin didn't even have him on the list. Maybe it was a quick call. He called him and he was like, "No, I'm not leaving." I have no idea. I wish there's been more news out about it, but there's just not. Like they said, the top name that we went after was Deanton Lynn. So yeah, that sucks that we can't get him. Brian Haynes would have been good. Indiana had a pretty solid defense this year, so that would have been a good hire. But I don't really know. I think there might be some new names that pop up. It's just the market right now is not very good. It's unfortunate. There's no Manny Diaz available right now, so it sucks.
Yeah, there's really nothing else we can say about that. I wish they could have gotten Belichick, but he would be a head coach. I don't think he would take a DC job in college. But
Nick Saban, get him